And we're going to call Billy up to the stage now for his icebreaker speech. Billy is a manager at Cam Air. For those of you that don't know, I don't know a lot about him, but he's a proud family man, man of faith, and I wish you all the best in your icebreaker speech.
Thanks, Glenn. Good morning, everybody. It's good to be here. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to do my speech. I have always tried very hard to be the best I can be at whatever life threw at me. The best word I would describe myself is perfectionist. Growing up in the small town of Stratford, Ontario, I can remember endless hours spent as a kid in our sandbox, building tunnels, bridges, and roads for my Hot Wheels. I was so proud of my creations. When my brothers and sisters would come over to play in the sandbox with me, it was on my terms, or get out. It was usually the latter. They didn't like my standards, and looking back now, I don't blame them. My standards became much lower when our dad would take us into the backyard and teach us how to play baseball. I realized quite quickly I needed them now, as this was not a me game, but built on teamwork. I spent hours in that backyard with my dad as he taught me everything I know about ball. We would use not only our yard, but the side road in the neighbor's yard as well. I can remember countless times where at the crack of the bat, we would watch as the ball, in horror, as the ball would sail over the road and into the neighbor's yard and straight at their garage window. We never did break it, thankfully. My dad taught me how to be the best, as swing after swing and pitch after pitch, he would stand there patiently. I hold those memories very dear. However, as well as my dad taught me these good principles, I took this I have to be the best mentality into my school years, where no matter if it was grades, sports, or just having the best seat on the school bus, I had to come out on top. To my dismay, this caused some jealousy and lost friendships along the way. Trying to be a perfectionist left me feeling alone and always trying to reach an unattainable version of myself, only to fall flat. There was always someone better. At the age of 18, God began to work in my heart, and He saved me from myself and my destructive thoughts about having to be the best. I realized that I didn't have to be the best. He sent His best for me, Jesus, and I no longer had to be. For the first time, I realized I did not have to measure up. He accepted me for who I was. This has given me a peace and a freedom from always hustling to prove myself. I'm already fully accepted by Him, and that is all that matters. This has made me realize that the very thing that took all my energy before could now be used for good in His glory. One of the many gifts He's blessed me with was the woman of my dreams, Paulina. Paulina and I have been married now for 8 years, and for once this desire to have the best was a good thing, and in this case, I got the very best when I married her. We have 3 beautiful children. Our oldest daughter, Haley, is 5, our son, Joshua, is 3, and our youngest daughter, Raylan, is 1. Being a husband and a father definitely comes with its challenges, but it is so worth it. Every day I leave the house and leave this family that I love, my heart warms to the thought of coming home again and opening that front door to hear the words, "Daddy!" I'm met by my kids running into my arms, ready to tell me all the stories and experiences they've had that day. This makes it all worthwhile to work hard at my job, to provide the best, no longer for myself, but for them. Trying to be the best has been a great weakness in my past, but has also been a double-edged sword, and has given me the ability to excel in my trade as a refrigeration mechanic. Those hours of inventing and building in the sandbox as a kid proved useful now, as I began this challenging trade. Now, instead of bridges and tunnels, it was refrigeration wiring circuitry on pieces of equipment I had never seen. It did not come easy to me at first, but I pushed myself. I graduated trade school with top marks in my shop class. I have worked hard now with Cam Air Refrigeration for 13 years, and the challenges I have faced working in this trade and with this company have changed my life. 5 years ago, I was promoted to service manager, and here I would face my greatest challenge yet. I have always been a shy, reserved person, so good communication and conflict resolution has been my greatest hurdle in this role. My longing to become better at these skills have driven me to get out of my comfort zone and face it head on. Opportunity has now presented me with an option of taking over the business. I have decided to move forward with this. I am very excited to take this next big step in my life. I know this will grow me more into the person that God wants me to be. It is an encouragement to know that He is with me through it all. As I lead my family, coworkers, and future employees, my hope is that I can become a great communicator that leads by example. Not through perfection, but through meeting my weaknesses head on and doing the best I can and never giving up. Imperfectly perfect striving no matter what the circumstances, whether good or bad. I know, like a weak muscle strengthens as you work it out, so will Toastmasters strengthen my weak communication skills. This is why I'm here and what I'm striving for. Thank you.